It's scary and painful to get broken up with out of the blue, but unfortunately, it happens to so many women. The reason is that often men don't fully communicate their feelings or what's going on in their head until it's too late. So you want to be aware of the warning signs that he's thinking of breaking up and understand what he might be thinking ahead of time. In this video, I'm going to share 3 things he's thinking when he's about to break up with you or just has, and the warning signs to watch out for. I'm Nicole Moore, love coach and founder of LoveWorks, and I help women all across the globe create happy, healthy love. I've even helped so many women avoid painful breakups and even get their ex back and have him propose. So here's tip number 1 for what he's thinking when he's about to break up. I just can't make her happy. So when a man is all in a relationship with a woman, he is constantly thinking about her happiness and what he can do to help her be happy. However, if he starts to see over time that you're really unhappy with him, or he even thinks that you are, or he starts to feel like it's pointless because no matter what he does or how hard he tries, you're just not happy, that man is likely going to break up with you or already has. You know, my first love, who I thought I would marry, broke up with me out of the blue, and he literally said the words to me, Nicole, I just can't make you happy. What had happened was I really just was not in a place of being happy in my own life at the time. I was really unhappy in the desk job I had back then, and I hadn't really learned how to be happy from within yet. So I ended up placing all of the responsibility for my happiness on him and then getting disappointed all of the time when he couldn't meet my insane expectations. Now, the thing is, my ex never communicated to me beforehand that he was worried that he couldn't make me happy, or if he did, I didn't hear it. And so when he broke up with me out of the blue, I really felt surprised. But if I had been paying attention back then, I would have seen it coming because I would have noticed all of the times where I said words that made him feel like his efforts were not good enough or that what he was doing wasn't making me happy. What most women don't realize is that their words really have an impact on men and can actually be a factor in him wanting to break up. Now, I'm not saying at all that everything is your fault. Far from it, because the guy needs to do the work on his side of the street too. But your words can really make him question if he's the man for you if you inadvertently say things that trigger feelings of not being good enough. Don't worry though, I've got a free gift in the description below to help with that. So you can go there now if you want to get access to 3 free feminine communication scripts, which are part of my Feminine Communication Queen system, to get a feel for how you actually want to be communicating with a man in a way that doesn't shut him down. Here is thing number 2 that he's thinking when he's about to break up with you or right after the breakup. There's no way for me to fix these problems. A lot of men really do want to be in a great love relationship with the woman that they want and choose, which means they want to work on issues and resolve things and keep moving forward with that woman. But most men also want to win, they don't want to fail, and they want to see that their actions are effective. If you fight and fight with a man, or there's repetitive problems that keep coming up and it looks as if there is no possible solution, this is often when a man will internally give up. He might not communicate it to you at first, but if you watch for the signs, you'll notice this energy of resignation starts to creep up upon him. It's like he doesn't even care to fight with you in arguments anymore. He becomes passive and in this like, whatever, I give up kind of energy. While, of course, I am not advocating for fighting with your man, in a way, the fighting actually represents the fact that he's in it and has a stake. But when a man just gets into that resigned, there's nothing I can do to make her happy, I can't win here, I can't create a positive outcome here energy, he will often decide to end the relationship because it's getting to the point where it's making him feel very ineffective as a man. Now, this is why it's really important to always make sure you're showing a man clearly with your words that his actions do make a big difference for you. Your words can help him to see that he can win with you. but make sure you use these words before he gets into that resigned energy, because honestly, once a man is already in resignation energy, it becomes very, very difficult to move him out of that state. Here's thing number 3 that he's thinking right before or right after a breakup. Maybe I'm just not ready for this kind of relationship. So one thing that is kind of frustrating about some men is that they'll get into a relationship even when they're not truly emotionally ready or in the place that they need to be. Now, I do not believe men are bad at all, and I do not think that this is intentional. What I believe is happening is that men are not trained to feel into their emotions and do the deep inner work. Some men do it, of course, but a lot of men are just not super aware of their deeper emotional wounds, or if they are, they've buried it deep inside because they don't believe it's safe to feel. So they have a desire for love just like every other human being, and they decide to move toward that desire for love with the woman that they want, but then all of their buried emotions and triggers and wounds start to come to the surface, because that's what real love does. It reveals what's inside of you that needs to be healed so you can heal it and finally have the love you've always deserved. This is why a man can seem super into you in the beginning and even talk marriage with you, and then suddenly pull away. On a deeper level, his triggers have come to the surface, and then fear takes over to prevent him from actually going within and healing. The fear mind starts to talk to him, and it tells him, oh, you might be missing out if you commit, or maybe you're just not ready for a relationship, and then all of a sudden, he's breaking up with you. So this can happen a lot with divorced men or men who have been super hurt in a breakup before. They're trying to move towards love with you, like they really are trying, but then all the old stuff that they have never healed comes up and they freak out. Instead of dealing with the emotions and using this as a healing opportunity and working with you to come closer, they literally just default into fear mode and act irrationally, such as breaking up with someone that they actually still love and could be the one. Fear makes people act very, very irrationally a lot of the time. So if you're in this boat and a breakup has already happened, then what you need to know is that it's truly not your fault, and you need to put your energy and focus on attracting in someone who's more emotionally healed, emotionally available, who's ready and willing to do that deep inner healing work. And learn to spot the warning signs quicker. If you can sense and feel that a man is not healed emotionally from his past, then you need to have a real conversation with him about it, where you ask him, using feminine loving communication, of course, if he's done the work to heal from his past. And then you need to lean back and evaluate him rather than being in this please pick me, please stay with me energy. Now, of course, the key here is you need to be less afraid of losing that man by speaking up and communicating than you are afraid of losing out on your true love vision. You deserve to be with a man who is healed enough and able to really fully commit and move forward with you. If you're watching this video fresh off a breakup, then I hope you can use it to look back and notice, okay, what do I want to improve on moving forward? And also, how do I choose someone more aligned the next time? If you're watching this video and you're in a relationship but worried about it, my advice is to watch out for the warning signs and use feminine, loving communication to talk to your man about the issues before it is too late. Communication now is the key. The buried stuff, the untalked about stuff is what comes back to bite you in the end. So don't forget to go to the description below to get free access to 3 feminine communication scripts from my Feminine Communication Queen system, because they are gold and they really help a man open up. Did you like this video? If so, please like it here and subscribe so you never miss a video, and leave me a comment. Has a guy ever broken up with you out of the blue before, like it happened to me? If it has, let me know in the comments below. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.